Our number one running back in fantasy football this year is Jahmyr Gibbs, and it's not close enough to argue about. Gibbs finished as the RB3 last season with 367 points. The projections have him at 364 this year. That's a 2-point difference. 2. Every other back at the top of this board is falling off a cliff, and Gibbs is standing perfectly still. 14.5 touchdowns projected, the highest rushing touchdown number on this entire board. He gets the goal line. He gets the passing game. Week 12 against the Giants, he dropped 55 points on your bench, 15 carries, 219 yards, 2 scores, 11 catches. Unfortunately, unless you have the first pick, you're not seeing Gibbs on your draft board. Bijan Robinson is my second highest rated running back this year. He was the RB2 last season. He's projected 352 points this year. Nobody's telling you to fade Bijan Robinson, and I'm not either. So why isn't he number one? Touchdowns, 7. 7 scores on 287 carries. That's a running back doing absolutely everything except the one thing that actually wins you weeks. More rushing yards than Gibbs, half the scores. The projection nudges him up to 8. Gibbs sits at 14.5. I already know your argument. Touchdowns are noise, Atlanta will fix it. Maybe they will. And if they hand him that goal line, I'll be wrong, and I'll say so on camera. He's a beast, plain and simple. Number 3, CMC, and I'm not taking him any higher than pick 8. Look, he's a star, don't get me wrong. He was the RB1 last season, 417 points, and nobody else even cleared 371. But even at pick 8, I'm skeptical this guy can stay on the field. He's 30 years old. He played 4 games in 2024. 4. Then he came back and led the entire league in touches. 413. Man, and he's already been missing practices again. Now look at the projection. 343 points. 73 gone. The largest drop of any back in this video, and the carries barely move. That's not a workload cut. That's a model betting against his body. Pick 8, not one pick sooner. Number 4, Jonathan Taylor, and I'm not touching him until pick 16. Somebody in your league is taking him at 7, and that's how you lose your league before it even starts. RB4 last season with 362 points, and he got there on 18 touchdowns. 18. The projection says 11.5. Here's the entire argument. 325 carries projected, 323 last season. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed is the assumption that a back scores 18 times in back-to-back years, and that's one of the rarest things anybody does at this position. 46 points down, a full starting week you never get back, at a first-round price. Pick 16. Let somebody else take the fall. Number 5, Achane, pick 11, and this is the one I actually want. RB5 last season with 323 points, projected down to 293. So yes, he's falling too, but this decline has a very specific shape. His carries go up, 238 to 258. His yards barely move, about 1,300 both years. Every single point of that drop is touchdowns. 8 becomes 5. That's not a projection about the player. That's a projection about Miami's red zone. And touchdown projections are the least reliable number on this entire board. We just watched that same math take 46 points off Jonathan Taylor going the other direction. Only one of the two is priced for it. Pick 11 every time. Number 6, Ashton Jeanty, and I'll take him at 13. He's the only back this high that the projections like more than last season. 245 points as a rookie on 266 carries. That's a mountain of work for very little payoff, and it's exactly why half your league has already written him off. The number says 281, 36 points up, the biggest gain of anybody in the top 8. Carries tick up, rushing yards jump 153. What's changing here is efficiency, and year 2 is precisely when that changes for a back who carried a rookie workload. Some of your league mates will wait on him. I'm not waiting. Pick 13, and I feel good about it. 7 through 13. This is where your draft is actually won or lost. Number 7, James Cook, and stop taking this man in round 2. Your league drafts him at 12. I'm not touching him until pick 28. 16 picks, that's how far apart we are. 302 points last season, RB6, a genuinely great year. The projection is 280, down 23 points. And here's what I can't get past. Every single category goes the wrong direction. 9 fewer carries, 220 fewer rushing yards, 1 fewer touchdown. There's not one number anywhere on that page where he improves. Not one. And somebody in your league is still going to spend a top 12 pick on it. Let them. Bills fans, the comments are yours. Come tell me why this year is different.
Number 8, Derrick Henry, and I'll take him at 20. This is the most stable projection in the entire video, and nobody talks about him that way anymore. 280 points last season, 275 projected, 5 points of movement at his age. Honestly, that got my attention. 16 touchdowns becomes 13, and the carries actually go up. 307 to 317. That's the second highest projected workload on this whole board behind only Jonathan Taylor, and volume is the one number on a projection sheet that never slumps. You're not getting upside here. There's no receiving work coming, and there's no week where he wins it by himself. But every other back around him needs something to break right. Henry doesn't. Number 9, Breece Hall, and this is the biggest disagreement on my entire board. Your league mates are letting him fall to 32. I'm taking him at 18. 14 picks earlier, 207 points last season, RB 19. That number is the only reason he's cheap. The projection is 274, 66 points up, the third biggest gain of any back here. 4 touchdowns becomes almost 8. Carries go up 22. Now put that next to what we just did. James Cook is projected at 280, and he's going 19 picks earlier than Hall. 19 picks for 5 points of difference. That's not a rounding error. That's your entire league telling you Cook is a different class of player than Breece Hall. He is not.
Number 10, Kenneth Walker III, pick 22, and nobody in your league has even opened his page. RB 22 last season with 192 points because he played hurt, and it showed in every number. The projection now says 274, 82 points up, the second largest jump on this board. 55 more carries, 9 touchdowns instead of 5, and there's a reason it moved that hard. He's in Kansas City now. Different offense, different opportunity, and your league mates are still pricing the guy they remember from Seattle. Now watch this. Walker, Breece Hall, and Derrick Henry are projected within 3/4 of a point of one another, and your draft is going to spread those 3 men across 14 picks.
Number 11, Saquon Barkley, and I want to be precise here because this disagreement is small. 4 picks. He's going at 20. I take him at 24. RB 14 last season with 232 points, off a year that felt like a letdown to everybody who spent a first-round pick on him. The projection now says 274, 41 points up, more carries, more yards, more touchdowns. So the numbers finally came back to him. Why do I still wait? Because at pick 20, he's already priced like the rebound happened. 4 picks later, I get the identical projection and somebody else pays for the name on the jersey. I'm not fading Saquon Barkley. I'm telling you, the price and the production finally met, and meeting is not a bargain.
Number 12, Chase Brown, and this is the second biggest gap on my board. He's coming off the board at 14. I wait until 30. RB7 last season with 283 points, better than anybody I've named since McCaffrey. The projection is 272, only 10 points down. So why on earth do I wait 16 picks? Because 10 points down still leaves him 12th on this board out of 19. And one of your league mates is about to pay 7th best money for 12th best production. Don't let it be you. 238 carries in Cincinnati is an enormous amount of certainty to bet on when that passing game takes whatever it wants, whenever it wants it. Highest floor in this range, no path whatsoever to a ceiling. Number 13, Omarion Hampton. And I have to be honest with you here. I wanted this to be my sleeper. Your league mates found him first. RB 35 last season on 124 carries. Projected 262 points. That's 126 points up. The biggest gain of any back in this video, and it's not close. A month ago, he was free. He's not free anymore. He's going at 22, and that's a fair price. I'll take him at 26 if he lasts that long. The market already moved on this one, and pretending otherwise would cost you a pick.
14 through 19, quickly. Number 14, Javonte Williams, pick 35.
243 points up to 259. 16 points up on 11 projected touchdowns. Boring, useful, cheap, and boring is completely fine in round 3.
Number 15, Josh Jacobs, pick 32, right where he's already going.
237 points up to 259. 22 up on 12 touchdowns and under 1,000 rushing yards. He's touchdown dependent. Draft him knowing that's the whole bet.
Number 16, Kyren Williams. Biggest disagreement in the entire video. He's going at 32. I'm not touching him until 54. 22 picks. RB9 last season with 263 points. Projected down to 232. 31 down on 23 fewer carries. His name is worth more than his production, and somebody in your league is about to spend a 3rd round pick on the name.
Number 17, Quinshon Judkins, pick 46. 6 picks before your league mates get nervous. 170 points up to 226. 56 up on 316 projected carries, the most of anybody left. Volume like that in round 4 is free money.
Number 18, DeAndre Swift, pick 62. A full round after he's usually gone. 229 points, down to 212. 17 down, and he's the only back left, projected under 1,000 rushing yards with real competition behind him.
Number 19 closes the board. TreVeyon Henderson, pick 68. 206 points, down to 197. 9 down on 190 carries. That's a flex, not a starter. And there's nothing wrong with knowing that in round 6.
I appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end. Click that subscribe button. Our goal is to hit 1,000 before the Jets are out of playoff contention.